Hi guys, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Full-blown spring in Australia, and the weather is amazing. It's cold at night still, only like 6 to 12, so we still have wintry nights, but the daytime temperatures, guys, are absolutely gorgeous. 16 to 26, can't complain about that. So today I've started to tip prune and clean up various plants, as I do, like I would say monthly, between spring and autumn, sometimes even in winter, but mainly now in spring and in summer. I go around looking for things to clean up, tidy up, prune, and that goes for like 9 months on a monthly basis, like I said. I'm loving how the Indian guava is still holding on to fruit in at the end of September, which again I've never seen before. That's pretty darn awesome. But that's going to get a slight tip prune as well. I just heard a passion fruit fall. I heard a fall sound. Let's go and investigate. Also pruning the camellia, the only one we have left. We used to have 3 of these, but I cut down one and the other one collapsed. So that's a good privacy screen. Well, it serves multi-purpose. Privacy from the neighbor, right? That neighbor on that side, as they come and go every few minutes with their car. And windbreak. And pretty, right? This is like its peak period for looking beautiful. So I removed the lower branch, which was sitting on the ground, which we don't want. We don't want branches sitting on the ground, guys, right? So again, free mulch. I'm going to be cleaning up this Japanese seedless mandarin next. I'm going to get under there. I'm going to remove this big boy, this banana plant, which I already harvested a couple of weeks ago. See that? There's the neck. But I left the plant in place because we were leaving for another quick trip to the Gold Coast. So I never got to remove this mother. They're called mothers, right? So that's a big girl that we can mulch. Look at that sunshine, man. Wow. So gorgeous. Ho, ho, ho. I still haven't done the passion fruit. That needs to be done. I need to get up there with a ladder. That's on the to-do list. With a hedge trimmer or scissors, whatever. Get these cut because they're wrapping themselves around the cherry guava. See the new cherry guava flush up there? It's getting strangled by the passion fruit. So I need to get up there and unwind, untie, and save the yellow cherry guava or lemon guava from strangulation up there. That's inevitable, right? Because the trellis I put up on the brickwork, it's run out of room. There's no room left for the passion fruit to climb, other than on those 2 power lines. We don't want that. We don't want them up there. That's why I didn't put the trellis high enough for the passion fruit to reach, although it succeeded to get up there and touch the wire. So I've always got my eye on that. Yeah, guys. Oh, looks like this is starting to wake up. The lemon guava's waking up. Okay, cool. And so is the gurumichama. Everything's waking up. In Queensland, these are already fruiting. But here they're just waking up. Everything's just waking up, guys. No fruiting yet on the Grumichama, but give it another month. Another month it'll have little fruitlets. Yeah, so I also cleaned up the Namroy Pomelo, the one I told you a month ago had a lot of this. See that? And a lot of that. See that? Well, guess what? In the last 2 weeks, ta-da! New leaves, new flush have appeared, and bonus, flowers. So that's why I don't worry about that. These ugly guys, I don't worry about those. There you are, there's more there. They're everywhere. These, see how they turn yellow and then they fall? Look, they're falling. Yeah, so, but that's not what I did today. What I did today was clean up inside the tree. Where am I? In here. Okay, let me, to let it get some light and breathe. See those cuts there in the center? Actually, there's a lot of cuts, and there's one down there. See that one down there? 2 of them. I gave it about 20 cuts. And it doesn't matter if it took flowers off the tree. Look, I lost those. Right? I lost them, guys. It's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry for me, Pomelo. Because guess what? There's about 500 flowers on the tree. Look. There's 500 flowers on the tree. You think I'm going to get 500 pomelos on a small tree like this? I don't think so. So it's okay if we lose 50 flowers, which it wasn't 50 anyway, it was more like 20. If we lose 50 flowers out of 550, right? It doesn't matter, guys. Don't be greedy. Don't be too over, what's the word? Well, greedy is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, greedy. You're going to get your pomelos. They're going to come. You don't need to save every single flower. Ideally, though, this job I did today should have been done a month ago, before the flowers came. But I've been away. Yeah, the caretaker was on a break. I'm the caretaker, by the way. So there's 500 flowers on here, or if it's not 500, it's 300. Anyway, so the point is, I opened up the tree in the center. Eventually, I want to get rid of all these lower branches down here. These ones down here, I want to get rid of all of them and have the tree start here at this point, at my knee point. That's where I want it to start, not ankle. Not at my ankle, it's too low. So, but you have to do it slowly every year. I could butcher it now and achieve that, but then I would be removing half of those 500 flowers. That's too sudden. That's too sudden. So I'm not going to give it a shock. Little by little every year. There you go. There's some more flowers I cut off. Not a big deal, guys. Look at that. Look how nice it is. In the middle. It was bushy before. See how it's not bushy now? In the middle. Any branches that were crisscrossing, you know, like that, crossing, I got rid of them. Whether they're short ones or long ones. You know, some of them were going up and some of them were going just a little bit. Maintenance. This is optional, but if you don't do it, the tree's going to get sick and it's going to give you smaller fruit. it'll just be a problem in the long run. Now, the same here with the white sapote. This one is actually a major problem because it's very vigorous. It's very, very vigorous. Vigorous means too active, overly active, too much life. So prune, right? And if you don't prune it, the scale, that's where the scale, that's what brings the scale on. The humidity, the lack of air, lack of sun, right? Moisture induces scale or ants to farm. So we're going to remove that. See that? And all of its new growth. Look at all the new growth that I just cut. Guys, don't worry about it. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Because look what I left behind. All that. All this. There's so much that's still on the tree. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to be able to eat all these fruits in May. This is a May bearing tree. It bears fruit between April and June. So let's say May. So what I just did then was I created an open window. And I can see another one I'm going to cut. That one in there hanging. See that one hanging there? That one that's hanging across? This guy here. That one has to go. You don't have to do this when the tree is young. You can, it will help. But when it's big like this, wow, you want to open that up. See the sky? You want to open it up. Yeah, I'm going to lose some fruit. So what? There you go. Done. And before, look, I lost these fruits. See those fruits there? It's okay, guys. Don't be greedy. There's 1,000, there's over 1,000, there's 10,000 fruit on this tree. You think I'm going to cry for these 12? Come on. You got to be realistic. You got to be real. And not be over enthusiastic. And I keep doing this, by the way, this pruning, this cleaning up every month. Every month I come out and I check what's touching what, who's where, who's in the way, what's blocking light. Look at this beautiful opening I have now in the middle of the tree. See what I did? Can you see that opening, guys? All this in here was blocked before with all those branches. So next month, at the end of October, I'm going to come and remove anyone that's sitting on top of someone else. They just pile up on top of other branches. They just pile up, and that's where the scale begins. It begins in that pile up area. So something like that. Maybe this wasn't a perfect explanation or tutorial, but a lot of you that understand the unspoken language, that is visual communication, will get it, right? Some people need it written down, and others can work it out just by looking visually, or a combination of both. Beautiful, look at it, nice. By the way, this is the lemon gold. And over here we have the Vernon, and that's starting to shape up really well because of what I did over the last 3-4 years by pruning. Look at the middle, how it's open. Look how open the middle is. 2 years ago, all this open area was full of bushy growth. I couldn't even stick my hand in here. There were branches everywhere in here. And now there's windows. There's windows everywhere. If I get rid of this guy, it'll be completely open. Look, there's only one little branch left. So now the fruit will be coming from up there, where the wind is, where it's blowing. Not in here where the wind couldn't get through. It was getting trapped, right? And the fruit will also be coming from these tips here, around the tree. The ones we can reach. See that? Around the edges. There you are. Around the edges. All around the edges. Every edge. Easy to reach. See that? Oh well, it's gonna keep fruiting. Keep flowering over spring. So yeah. I don't have to prune this anymore. This Vernon is done. Just tiny little prunes like the one I did down there. That's the only prune that the Vernon is getting for the first month of spring, that little guy. And the only reason I removed him is because he was coming out here in my face as I was walking past. The only reason was because he was slapping me in the face. Like this guy. Look, if I walk into him, slap, slap, slap. That's the only reason I remove these tips. But for now, I'm going to leave them, right? Because I don't need to walk through here. I can walk around this way. Ah, another way. This is one of the mission fig cuttings that I got last year from the mother. I got about 5 of them in pots. So we can have an abundance of figs without having to worry about the birds. The birds can share them with us. Now, next, I'm going to start pruning this white, Indian white guava. Again, tips. And we're going to start right here. When you see 3 branches, hang on, 3 branches. See the 3 branches? You cut the middle one. Not that one's going out, the one in the middle. That's how you prune. And here, you cut this, so you get the branches going up. Not the one going down, guys. I mean, that's the way I do it. You don't have to do it like I do it, but I'm trying to get these to go up, like that, not like that, down. I don't want them going down. See this? Get rid of the middle one, and then we might get rid of the bottom one too. Same here. Get rid of that. Okay, there's another one there. Get rid of that. And I do this every month, not just once a year. Every month I go past anything that's in the way, cut. Well, this one's got fruit on it, so normally I would cut this here, but there's fruit on there, so you wait. You don't do it now. Common sense, right? I don't need to tell you that. And you go in here too and look for anything in the middle that's got a fruit on it, so we're going to wait before we remove this middle branch. And I really enjoy this. It's very therapeutic. Oh, and dead branches, anything dead, cut those off too. Again, needless to say. Next, custard apple, atemoya. I can't do a complete job here because there's fruit on here. So what I want to do is cut off this branch here. I don't want it to come out. Anything coming out, get rid of it. I know this is the best way to do it. I know that some of you find it best to leave it like that because it's easy to reach the fruit. My problem is not reach, guys. You know what my problem is? My problem is space. I don't want the trees growing into each other. That's why I'm cutting this way. So once I pick this custard apple in November, I'm gonna cut it right here. The cut. But now I'm gonna cut it just here. Just a little bit. So, oh, there's a fruit here. Look at it. Not a fruit, a flower. Hang on. So I also have to keep an eye out on this. Hang on. My eyes have to be open before I cut. See that? So you don't go click, 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 click. You got to be watching what you're cutting. So we're going to leave that, obviously. Here, not much going on. Cut. Here, cut there, above the node. And sometimes, most of the time, it's all hit and miss. Hit and miss. See the nodes? Cut above the nodes. There. What's this there? Hang on. Is it a flower coming or a leaf? That looks like a leaf. So we can cut that. Goodbye. Cut it right back from there. And that is a leaf. We can cut that too. Goodbye. Just cut it. Just cut it. Down here. Always check before cutting. Cut. Cut. This one's overlapping. Okay, that's a little fruit here. I didn't see it. So we don't want to cut that off. That's why I cut every month, guys. Because, and here we're going to cut this in the middle every month because there's changes. There are changes happening. And in this case, it's the fruit. The fruit is the change. It's fruiting. And I think we're done. One more. This branch here. Again, check for fruitlets before cutting. Cut. Done. Beautiful job. Tiny. Wasn't much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 small cuts. There. See it? Now there's going to be a lot of people say in the comments I did everything wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. But those same people have not got any videos on YouTube to show us what they're doing. Right? That's how you know who you're dealing with. Keyboard warriors. All talk and no action. Okay. One of them told me, the reason that I don't have a YouTube channel is because they're well known in the community. They're like famous and they can't show themselves on YouTube. And it's like, what? Well, I've never heard that excuse before. Amazing. As if this is some kind of illegal, dubious passion, gardening. They don't want anyone to know that they're gardening. What? We're not dealing with drugs, guys. Unreal. Okay, as you can see, the custard apple now looks much, much, much better. See how I narrowed it in instead of flopping out on the sides? So ideally I want it to be narrow and up to there. Up to there. 3 meters. I want it 3 meters high. 3.5 meters high. But narrow at the base. That's the objective. And it's going to take another 5 years. Yeah, very slow growing. It's already 10 years old. And it looks like a baby still. But that's all right. We're not in any hurry, guys. We've got a lot of time on our hands. What else? Let me see what else I can show you. Okay, this is the carob. I gave this a trim today too. There's the cuttings down there. See them? Just a small prune. what I did was it's late afternoon, it's getting shady. I cut it right here. There it is, that cutting there. Because it was coming out into the Ben-Hur pomegranate. Right, it was sticking out like that. Again, we want it narrow at the base, not out here. Narrow at the base, up and then spread. Ah, that's exactly what it's doing. Thank you. That's the plan. Now, another issue here is we have 3 leaders. Normally you want 1 leader on a tree, or at the most 2. But I have 3 guys. So I was thinking of maybe removing this smaller one of the 3. This one. Or just leave it into a vase or vase shape. I don't know. One viewer told me to bring it back to 1 liter, which is, you know, again, the ideal because of future problems with wind and weight. Again, common sense. But what do you guys think? I'll see what you guys have to say about that. I did minor tip pruning on the lemonade. This lemonade that I've had for 10 years, believe it or not. This is a 10-year-old lemonade. It's always had issues. I've moved it in and out of pots, like that one, 3 times, and back in the ground, and back in the pot, and back in the ground, and back in the pot. And it can never establish itself. And look at the freaking gall wasp on this. Wow. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Yeah, gall wasp is another major issue here. Right? But, guys, it's too much work for me to deal with. There's one viewer who's always on my back to fix it, to deal with it, but easier said than done. I've got too much citrus. The problem now is it's beyond fixable, only maintainable. I can only maintain it, I can't fix it. I've got like 30 citrus trees. So, I don't think so. Another Japanese mandarin, and this is full of gall wasp, full, absolutely loaded. So again, I'm trying, guys, but right, I'm trying, but it's too much work, way too much work for me. I already I got rid of a bunch of nasturtiums, right? So I'm constantly doing what I can. So what you just saw in the last 28 minutes, I can't believe it, was just the front yard. And I only showed you half of the things I've done or am going to be doing in the front yard. I also pruned these back, these 3 stone fruit that were pulled out of the ground last year, put in pots. They got pruned, see if they survive, and filled up with compost. See if they make it. If they want to make it, I don't really care if they don't. Kim wants me to do something about them. I'm doing it for her. But we have a lot more in the backyard, guys. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Here in the backyard, I have to remove the 5 or 6 year old Tamarillo tree, which died because they only have a short lifespan of between 5 and 10 years. So that's kaput. This all has to be removed now. This whole tree. I have to cut it up into pieces and mulch it, right? That guy there. And plant another one, because I've got like 5 or 6 in reserve, which I got from cuttings. They're easy to propagate. A lot of work. A lot of work. I don't mind. Um, what do you call it? I mostly don't mind. It's just that when it gets heavy, heavy work. Oh, and the other thing is, I've run out of room. This pomegranate needs to be planted. Look at it. Look how it's beautiful. It's woken up. This is the Parfianca, the sweetest of all pomegranates. And I got nowhere to plant it. It's in that little pot. And I've also got this tropical multi-grafted apple tree that's ready to go in the ground. And it's in a little pot. I got no room. So these are first world problems. I got no more room to plant my trees. Meh. Yeah, the jujubes have woken up. That's the Chico. Jamun is doing so good. Hopefully this summer it doubles in size, right? The Jambulan. I got that volunteer passion fruit that came out of nowhere last autumn in April, May, and just started crawling on the tree. There's two of them. Two passion fruit seedlings that just volunteered themselves. So I don't know if I should leave it on the jamun or pull it out. There's some activity on the Jabuticaba. I'll show you that in another video. What else? The pink guava is still loaded after a month of harvesting. Can't keep up, guys. Just can't keep up. We're having guava smoothies every month. And yet, look. Wow. What a problem. Can you see the problems I'm having? Too much fruit. Not how can I grow it or why doesn't it grow, but how do I eat it all? That's the problem here. How am I going to eat it all? Guys, come on. That's the kaffir lime, another beast for Thai cooking. Again, look. Like, we only need like 5 or 6 kaffir limes every season. This one has 500. Sell them, you say. Yeah, too much. That opens another door of problems. I don't want anyone over at the property here giving me $5 and giving away information that I would rather not share with the public, like where we're located. That's worth more than a $5 payment, right? 5 or 50, it's the same thing. Even $500. Even if I got $500 for selling the limes, I just don't want the hassle, the problems that come with folks knowing where I'm located, right? It's not worth $500 or a few limes, because you got people in the community that for some whatever reason are just a problem, and it's a problem I want to avoid. Let's put it that way. It's different if I had a big family, like 10 of us, like some of you Asians, right? You got kids, grandkids, uncles, aunties. I don't have anyone. I don't have any family. I'm all alone. So that's the reason, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna be doing more updates from around the garden as I mulch, prune, clear and shape, and all kinds of jobs around the garden, which I love doing in spring and summer. Yeah, so this is what it's all about. It's not just eating fruit, which we enjoy doing. We've been eating a lot of fruit. If I showed you the kitchen, which I will someday, you won't believe it. There's like at least 400 pieces of fruit on the kitchen table and the 2 kitchen counters. Piles, mountains of it, up to here, that we're trying to eat. And the freezer is full and the fridge is full. And that's only winter fruit harvested in winter. We haven't picked anything in spring or summer yet. It's a lot. So that's why I'm not very big into vegetables. I got too much fruit to deal with, to eat, to pamper, to maintain, and that needs a lot of work too. Vegetables need work, guys. It's a daily chore, unlike fruit. This fruit here has been hanging on this Wirtz avocado for the last 10 months without me having a look at it. Are you okay? Do you need any assistance? Shall I rub your belly? Right? Fruit doesn't need any help. Whereas vegetables need daily attention every single day. After you put a vegetable in the ground, it needs your attention every single day. Fruit trees are cool because they don't need any attention. They're like cats. They're very independent. I love it. Plus I've got no time, guys, to pamper vegetables. It doesn't mean I don't grow any vegetables. Here are some starters I got from Bunnings a few days ago. But these are simple and easy. Greens, right? Lettuce. And climbing beans and coriander. Simple. The simple vegetables. Those I can do. Especially now in spring. Alright, I'm gonna clean up this mess. It's already 3 p.m. and tomorrow we're going to the beach again. We had 3 days off because of cold. When it's cold, I tend to stay home and work on the garden. Cold means 15 to 20. And when it hits 21, I put the tools down and we go to the beach. I love the beach more than anything else. The beach is like my self-care treatment, and it's free. The best things in life are still free. Don't let anyone, especially the old people that are stuck in the old mindset that you gotta that there's no such thing as a free lunch. Really? Wow, how wrong they are. Yeah, the best things are still free, guys. Trust me. And if you don't believe me, go to my other YouTube channel called Real Life Fruitopia, and you'll see what we get up to at the beach here in Melbourne all year round. Alright guys, over and out. See you from the next video. Please like if you enjoyed the video. Of course, subscribe if you haven't, and would like to see you again back soon. Gonna have some white guavas. Yummy. This is gonna drop all its leaves in the next month or two and then get new ones. They come in December, the new leaves. Right here on the tips. And they haven't come yet, there's nothing there. But in the tropics, oh, there you are, you can see them. In the tropics, these are completely flushing now with flowers. But not here. Not here. Here we still have the winter leaves from last year. There you are. See that? The new leaves, they're coming. Bye guys.